Hey everybody, and welcome to our team call for Tuesday, April 11th. How awesome was Super Saturday, guys? Like, it was so exciting. Everything new that's coming out, the vegan flavors. As an elite coach, I got a couple of samples in the mail of the vegan vanilla and vegan cafe latte, and it was awesome. We have Shift Shop coming out, guys. Like, how killer does that look? I cannot wait. And as you guys know, summit's just around the corner, so make sure you guys are picking up your momentum. It doesn't die down with Super Saturday. We just keep it going. So now I'm excited to kick off the call to two good friends of mine. I'm so grateful for Beachbody for the way that they bring really great people together. Here comes Chub Chub, of course. For the way Beachbody brings us together. So I met this amazing couple. I think I met David first at the airport one day when we were going to leadership.
Yeah.
And I remember he was telling me about his wife that was a teacher and how she was working on coming home. And then I got to become really good friends with Kristen in the Core de Force test group. And that's when our friendship really evolved. Let me tell you a little bit about this powerhouse couple. Dave is an 8-star diamond coach. He's 2 times elite. He's diamond in his second business center. Guys, he has 64 months in Success Club. And he's still working a full-time job as a New York State police lieutenant. Together, they have 3 daughters, and they're both 6-figure earners. But Kristen doesn't stay behind, guys. Kristen is a 6-star diamond coach. She's a Success Club all-star. They both spoke at Summit last year, and she's also a 6-figure earner. Like, their chemistry together is amazing. I really admire them. And they're here to bring systems and some fire to our team call tonight. So, guys, take it away.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Audrey, for that nice welcome. And hi, everybody. I see some familiar faces on here. I see Nilda. Hey, Nilda. So thank you for having us. It's an honor to be on your call. We're really excited. And so I spoke to Audrey and I said, what are some topics that you think would be great for the team? I think that across the board, every single coach needs kind of the pep talk about consistency, because we all know that consistency is literally the secret to success with this business. Nothing happens overnight. It kind of is a snowball effect. So Dave's going to kind of bring the heat with some 3 main points about consistency. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a system that our team has created recently, actually, to kind of jack up the amount of people we are bringing into our network, because I think that's one of the biggest things that coaches stress about is, I don't have any more warm market. I don't have enough people. And the key is always to have, I always say, have a lot of fish swimming around in your pond. So it's easier to hit Success Club. You should always have conversations going on. And the 20 and 5 method that we've been adapting is a great way that myself and some of our coaches have really been upping their game with the amount of people that they are bringing into their network. And I'm going to show you what we do and that little system that's been working for us. So first, Dave's going to talk a little bit about consistency, and then I'll kind of bridge it with the 20 and 5.
So, hey guys, I'm super excited to be on the call. So I'm going to cut right to the chase, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm probably going to tell you something that may strike some of you right in the chest. I'm very about not beating around the bush. I'm very about being very straightforward to you guys and telling everybody, the coaches on my team, and what they need to hear, maybe not what you want to hear. Because early on when I was a coach and my business was struggling, I would sugarcoat certain things, and I knew that just wasn't doing them, justice by telling them what they, really should be doing, but it's okay if you don't. So I'm going to be very honest. The biggest thing, and I'm going to give you some underlying points of this, is consistency. All right? If you're not consistent in this business, and I mean like no matter what, you might as well understand that your business is never going to gain momentum and take off the ground at any point or any level. And the analogy I like to use, and it's a story that I once heard, was picture yourself like your business first started and you're trying to run up the down escalator, right? And you're running up the down escalator, and you're trying to gain momentum, and it's so hard, right, to just get halfway up the down escalator. I know many of us as kids have tried to do it, right? We try to run up the down escalator, maybe at Macy's or the shopping store, and you're running, and you just get to the top of the escalator and something happens in your life. Your kids get sick. You have a death in the family. Maybe you get stuck at work. You get injured, doing your workout program. Whatever it is, you stop. And it literally, when you get to the top of that escalator, if you stop, guys, what happens instantly? You immediately go all the way back down to the bottom 10 times as fast as it took you to get to the top. And you were so close to finally taking off and getting to where you need to go. And the thing that you have to understand is that with this business, if you're not consistent every single day, if you're not showing up every single day, if you're not doing the daily vital behaviors every single day, then you're going to lose momentum 10 times as fast as when you started, like that escalator. And I'm here to tell you guys that you don't know, but there are people watching you. There are people watching your journey. There are people watching your posts. There are people that are watching you show up every day. And there are people that probably are right at the point that they want to reach out to you or going to answer your post. But when you stop, they lose all respect for you. They realize you're a joke. They realize you're a fake because they know, hey, David stopped. He's not for real about this Beachbody thing. So you need to be going all the time. I can tell you right now, guys, I am relentlessly consistent, working full time, overlook a lot of undercover things in the state police, 3 kids. I refuse to not be consistent because I know each and every day that, and this is the way I describe it, and I'm going to get into my 3 points. And for those of you that know me, I get very fired up and I kind of go off. If you want this business to be like a full-time income, you have to look at it that it's not optional, and you have to treat it as if it's your full-time job. Like, you have to make up in your mind and not have in your mind that this is an optional thing, it's a side thing, it's an extra thing. No, once you flip the mindset that it is your thing and it's your full-time thing in your head, that's when you'll have non-negotiables to show up each and every day. So the 3 points we have, you guys, that number 1 is you have to be consistent in your own health journey, both with your programs and Shakeology. I don't care, I tell my team, if you get hurt, if you get injured. I just gave some real talk to one of my coaches that is trying to get her business off the ground. She's trying to hit Success Club, and she hurt her lower back. And this entire last month, she barely showed up in our challenge group. And she said, I told you I was injured, I couldn't show up. Guys, if you hurt your core, you have 2 arms and 2 legs. If you hurt your legs, you have 2 arms and your core. The point is that you take what happened to you in your life, and instead of using that and flipping it and sharing your journey of how you're going to overcome your injury, how you're going to overcome your sickness, how you're still going to drink your Shakeology, how you're going to fine-tune your diet, you're going to tighten it up because you're recovering, and maybe you'll probably inspire somebody at the same time that can relate to you, you stop. You stop your journey. And if you aren't in some journey at whatever point you are and you're not sharing that, again, you are hurting your business because you're not being consistent. Whether you have a 6-pack abs or you need to lose 100 pounds, we are all in a journey. You need to share it. And you have to be consistent about it no matter what. All right? When life happens, when you get hurt, when you get sick, guys, at the end of the day, as Gary Vaynerchuk says, you guys heard, nobody cares about what's going on in your life. So if you really want to get there, you have to show up, and you got to be inspiration to all people. And that starts with your own health journey. What program are you doing right now? What calendar are you following? Not jumping all over Beachbody On Demand. What are you doing each and every day, and calendar are you following? What are you doing to overcome adversity? What are you doing to adapt to your injuries or struggles? And how are you sharing it every day? Because if you're not, people will see through you. And there are people that you don't even know are watching you, but they're there. Number 2, you got to be intentional with your personal development. You know, I just did a video on my YouTube channel an hour ago and just put it up because I asked a question today on my page. You know, if your business is stuck, you know, why is it the reason that you're stuck? And I asked people, would you like to know what I did in 2013 to get my business unstuck and to take it to another level? And I'll tell you right now, being a male and thinking I didn't need this rah personal development stuff, that's why my business was stuck. Because guys, as Jim Rohn says, if you want more, you need to become more, right? And if you want the people around you to get better, you need to get better, right? You can't give what you do not know. And you have to understand with personal development, there's things out there, there's concepts out there, there's things that you learn how to become a better leader. different ideas and actions and systems that you don't know are out there. And you have to understand that right now, wherever you are, you have to work with what you have, with where you are, because what you have is plenty. Don't worry about what the 5-star diamonds are doing or what Audrey's doing. Work with what's in front of you. Own your business at the emerald level or own it at the diamond level. Like, work with what's in front of you. Your mentors right now are the books that you read and the audibles that you listen to. And as you grow, doors will open for you and you will learn more things at a higher level. Let me explain what I mean by that. When I was stuck at Diamond for almost 2 years and refusing to do personal development, I didn't have opportunities that were that afforded to me early on. But when I grinded and I read the books and I learned, and John Maxwell is my favorite author, and I got to the diamond rank and the star diamond rank, it's the law of proximity. You're around people of those ranks and you start communicating with people that stretch you, like Audrey stretches us, and we learn stuff from Audrey and what is she doing. And then all of a sudden you raise the bar in your own business. And then all of a sudden you're in the star diamond ranks and corporate knows who you are. And now they reach out to you and they help you grow. So you go up to another level. Then when I hit elite coach, next thing I know, I got asked to be with Tony Horton in his New York City media tour. And then I got to get to be with Tony for 3 days in New York City and became very close with Tony Horton. And then I stretched even more and learned about nutrition and learned about being a leader and more about the background of Beachbody. And I grew a little more. Then we got asked to speak at Summit, and then all of a sudden we're in another circle of Summit speakers, the top coaches in the company. And then this past weekend and in the past 2 weeks, we had dinner with Audrey and Saudi and Mickey, and we were with Scotty Hobbs all weekend. And my wheels are turning with things I would have never thought of to implement. But it was a growth journey, right? It's a growth journey. You have to work with where you are right now. You have to be showing up every day. And you need to check your ego with your results. Because if you're not getting to where you want to go, it's because you're not growing as a person. And the coach you are right now is not going to get you to be the coach you are tomorrow, period. So you need to check your ego with your results, and you need to be committing every single day to growing your mind, because your mind is a muscle too. You either use it or you're going to lose it. Number 3, guys, and most important, is showing up no matter what. Life is going to strip you to the core. Life is going to knock you down. You are going to have deaths in the family. We went through a tough time when Kristen's mom passed away in a matter of like 3 months, from being healthy and very involved with our family to passing away from cancer. And that is actually a very hard time for us, but it's what drove Kristen to work harder, because how important our health is for our kids and our family, right? So you cannot let the excuses of life, the circumstances of life, and make your life to be life by default. That is a 98% mentality. People that are growing and that are successful think differently than unsuccessful people think. And successful people know that each and every day we need to show up, and no matter what happens, you have to get it done. You need to commit 110% and realize the opportunity you have in front of you. Guys, we have an opportunity of a lifetime. My question to you is, are you taking advantage of the lifetime of this opportunity, which is right now? Are you leveraging Super Saturday? Are you leveraging these new programs? Are you leveraging that the summer weather's here? Do you realize, guys, this is a business. Yes, financial thing is one thing, and I'm going to wrap up and let Kristen talk, because I can talk about this stuff forever. Finances is one thing, but we're not selling jewelry or soap, guys. We're selling stuff like this weekend. People's lives are being changed. And I'm sorry, there's nothing else, another other business out there that people emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically feel better. Because when your health is good and you have a great workout and how good you feel, your confidence is better, you sleep better, you have less anxiety, everything's better. Do you realize what you're part of? Do you realize that? Do you treat this as some little thing? Like I said on Super Saturday, what are you doing in the dark when nobody's watching? Nobody can stop you from practicing, guys. This is you versus you, and there's people out there right now, right this second, that need inspiration from you to have their lives changed. Like right this second. I don't care if you have 200 pounds to lose. There's people out there just like you that will connect with you and won't connect with me. Be the person that people want to reach out to. Inspire others. Let this business change your life as it's changed our life. But you and you alone dictate where you want to go. And do not compare your chapter 1 to Audrey's chapter 12. This is your journey. This is your business. I want you to go after it, and I want you to be consistent. All right.
All right.
Over to Kristen.
Take it down. He gets a little fired up, right? All right, guys. So the second, mic drop. The second piece to this, the consistency is key, yes. Our goal, if you're on this call, I'm assuming you're a working coach. A working coach's goal should be monthly to help people, right? We want to get new challengers. We want to convert them to coaches. And we need to be hitting Success Club, right? And the best way to do that is to expand our network. And so one of the things that our team started to do was this new thing called 20 and 5. And basically what it means is every day, well, Monday through Friday we do it, we are adding 20 new friends to our network, okay? So let me just pull this up. Hold on one second. I'm going to share my screen, Audrey. Is that right? I cannot share my screen. Okay. Where's my thing? Desktop.
That's going to share everything.
Well, I'll pull this up. Here. Can you guys see that? Wait, let me make it bigger.
Just drag it out. Here.
There, I got it. Can you guys see that? I can't see that.
I don't think they can do it when you do the whole screen.
No. Okay.
There, hold on.
Hold on. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. All right, so 20 and 5 to make your business thrive. So we do this Monday through Friday, and we created an accountability group for all the coaches who are ready to do this. So every day, Monday through Friday, we are sending 20 new friend requests. And what you're going to do is actually, I should share what I do, right?
Yeah.
Let me just tell you first, and then I'll share it. You're going to go to your Find Friends in your Facebook, and you're going to send 20 friend requests to people that you have mutual friends with in common. And I'm sure you've done this before, but we're doing 20 per day. All right. So if you think about that, in the scope of 1 week, you have sent 100 new friend requests. Now, not everybody's going to accept, not everybody's going to see it, but let's say even 60 of them accept. By the end of a week, you have 60 new friends. That's 60 new sets of eyes on your page. So that's where your consistency is going to come in with your posting every day. Because when you send a friend request to people, what's the first thing they do? They go check out your page. Right away, they're going to kind of see what you're about if you're posting consistently. Okay. The second piece of this is once you send your 20, and I do recommend doing it first thing in the morning if you can, or earlier in the day so people have time to accept, you're going to send 5 hey girl messages to those.
Unless it's a dude.
Okay, so not for the men. I just see there's a lot of men on the call. So you're going to send 5 messages to 5 of the people that accept. And what I do is I write down the 5 that I see that accept, the first 5, I write them down, and I just write down the date, and then I sent them a message. And my message is usually, it's non-Beachbody related. It's usually, hey, Audrey, how are you? Thanks for accepting my friend request. I saw we had some mutual friends in common, so I thought maybe at some point we had crossed paths. Do you live in blah, blah, blah? Or, you go to their page and you find something that is in common with that person. Now, I will tell you, when I do my friend requests, I don't just send them boom, 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 and don't look at them. I actually do look at their profile pictures. I look for people who have kids. I look for people who look like their moms, my age. I don't just randomly send them to anybody. I do look for people that I can relate to. So it's not everybody, like all 20 of them are not going to be my avatar, but if I can get a good 10 or 12 of them that seem to be like me, then that's really what I'm looking for. So you send those messages and you just do a little back and forth with these people. It doesn't have to be this long drawn out thing. You do not bring up Beachbody at all. You're basically saying like, thanks for accepting my friend request. See what you have in common. Do a little like, it was great chatting with you. Let's definitely stay in touch. I like to edify people. Like if I looked on a woman's page today, she had a lot of really great healthy food that she was posting. And I was like, are you a chef? Because you're posting all these great recipes. And she's like, no, I just love healthy cooking. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. I always look for people like you. So I hope it's okay that if we stay in touch. And she's like, yeah, definitely. So 5 per day. Now, some people, you're going to get more accepts than the 5. But what I'm going to tell you to do, the people that you speak to and the 5 that accept, you're going to add them to an interest list. I'll show you how to do that if you don't already know. And then every 2 days or so, I go to my interest list. And basically, it's a list of all the people, my new friends. So I click on it, it's going to open up and it's going to show me their Facebook walls, just them, right? So I'm not scrolling Facebook looking for my new friends. I have them all in a nice list. And I go into their page and I like and I comment on their posts. So that way we started our conversation. They know who this crazy girl Kristen is, and they're seeing my face more religiously after that, okay? And we're starting our relationship. It's forming, right? And then after about 2 to 3 weeks, I might message them one time in between, but then I think it's okay at that point to invite them to a challenge group. Or if I put a post up about a challenge group, or if I put a post up for a free group I'm running, guys, more times than not, they're going to see it because you're interacting on their page. So they're going to see yours and they might automatically just comment on yours without you having to send the invite, which I find has been happening a lot with a lot of my new friends. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do this. Stop share. Does anyone have any questions so far about what I just went over? Everybody good? Okay. I'm just going to show you how I do this. Babe, how do I get on Facebook?
Here, just do this. Go to Safari. And then just go to the page. Hold on.
New share.
No. Just go to your Facebook.
Okay. You guys see my page? My screen? Yeah? Okay.
You can drag that back up.
Okay. There's my girl Katie, your stuff. Okay. So this is what I do. I go to Find Friends up here on the top. Okay? Find Friends. Now they do give you a list of suggested friends, but what I do is I do my own search. If you go over here on the right, you can pick people from your high school and just type in your high school. So I went to John F. Kennedy High School. I'll click that. And people that we have mutual friends with will come up. Now, I do not send friend requests to people that I only have like 2 or 3 mutual friends in common. I like to have like a chunk of friends because then I feel like you have more to say, like, oh, how do you know this person or that person? So you can go down and see which people you can send friend requests to. If you want to go to an actual hometown or current city, I like to type in, you know, areas around me because I'm trying to grow my area where I live. And I'll type in, let's say, Bedford, New York, right? And then I'll see who comes up, and I'll just look at their page. I usually do not, me personally, I usually don't friend request men, but that's me. So I'll look through, and if I see, you know, a woman who looks about my age, maybe with a husband or some kids, I'll look and see how many mutual friends they have, and then I'll see who the mutual friends are. Now, if you see that the mutual friends are other coaches that you know, back off, right? You don't send a friend request to somebody with who has friends that's a coach, because I feel like that's stepping on toes. So if you can find friends that are kind of outside of your coaching network, that's really where you want to go, okay? Sorry, I'm getting messages. Good so far with that part? So you send your 20, and then you get your friend requests accepted, and then you start to send messages. Okay, let me just exit out of this. Can't get out.
Where are you trying to get out of it?
Just this.
Just hit escape.
Okay, hold on. All right. So then, like I said, you're going to add them, all the new people, into a friends list. So if you go to the left side of Facebook, under Explore, you go to Friends List. And this is how I keep track of all my new friends. I do add the people I don't speak to as well into this, the ones that accepted my friend request, because I plan on speaking to them. So I click on here, and I created a list. And I'll show you how to create it. Sorry. Let me go back. If you've never done this before, you just hit Create List, give it a name, and I usually name it by the month. Let's say April. And all the people I speak to in April, I'll put in. So let's say I'll put Audrey in there for now so I can keep an eye on her. All right, and I hit Create. And then I have my April list. So that means there's Audrey's post. Look at that girl, amazing. Look at that transformation. So then every 2 to 3 days, I go into my list of all my new friends, and I go through and I like, and I'd be like, wow, you know, and I'll like and comment. All right. So Audrey, I got you. I got my eyes on you, girl. All right. And that's how I create my friends list. Now, what you want to do also, for anybody that you missed when messaging them, you're going to go to Friends, and you'll go to Recently Added. And then what I do is, because I only do this Monday through Friday, on Saturdays, I go through my recently added friends, and I make sure that I messaged all these new people. And then, I wrote down the ones that I spoke to. So let's say I messaged up to Rita today and I missed a couple that were new. Like sometimes people accept your friend requests 5 days later, right? Then I'll go through these people, I'll create a list, and I'll just message all of them on Saturday to catch up. Okay? So I make sure that by the weekend, I have messaged everybody that has accepted my friend request. And once a week, you want to go in and you want to clean out the old friend requests because Facebook will recognize if you have too many open. So you will go to Find Friends again. I'm showing you how to delete them. And you'll go to View Sent Requests. Okay? And then these are the ones that were recently sent. And then if you just want to delete them once a week, you go to Cancel Request. Now, yes, you might cancel one or two that you might have sent that day, but sometimes people don't see them. Sometimes I resend right from this list. If I'm like, oh, this one looks like a good one, I'm going to just resend it. Maybe they didn't see it in their notifications. And that's kind of how I do it. And we do have a group where we are held accountable to do this every day. So I have my 20 and 5 accountability group right here, and a bunch of coaches on our team are in it, and we just post every day, 20 and 4 combos done. This is a place where we ask questions. We say, help, this person said this. What do I say back? Can I get some help with this follow-up? And let me tell you, being consistent with this has made huge differences for our team. And we just ran a free group, Abs in April, and we had over 85 people, and majority of them were new friends for myself and the coaches that we did from 20 and 5. I will tell you that this takes time. I will tell you that you need to be consistent with this. This goes back to our consistency. This is not something where all of a sudden you're going to have 100 people buying challenge packs from you, but this is to get more fish swimming in your pool at a more rapid pace. If 20 and 5 is too stressful for you, you're working full time and that just doesn't seem realistic, do 10 and 3, but do it every single day, Monday through Friday, and be consistent with it, because this is the secret to success. You need to have a lot of fish swimming in your pool consistently.
Could you show the recently added?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. I missed that.
And I think that's it. But if you think about it, guys, at the end of a week, 25 new conversations. Think about how many people are watching you now. Right? Those people that you speak to are now checking you out on a daily basis and following you. So you want to make sure you are consistent with your journey, consistent with what you're doing, consistent with your posting, so that these people will want to join you when the time is right.
Guys, it's very easy to do this, but it's very easy not to do this.
Yeah.
But I can say even myself, my network has grown by well over like 125 friends just in the last couple of weeks. That's 125 new people that I can connect with. So when people say, oh my God, I ran out of my warm market, there's nobody left. No, there's people everywhere. It's just that you haven't learned the skill set like something like this and then applied it, because ideas without application mean nothing. So you have to take what we're giving you and actually do the work, and you will see massive amount of success. But remember, this business, and I'm sure Audrey and as your leader has told you that a lot of times it's like on a 90-day delay, 60, 90-day delay. So the work you put in now, this you may not see until 3 months from now. Or if your business is stinking right now, well, what were you doing 3 months ago around Christmas time in the month of December, right? Because if people don't rush the process, trust the process, right? Don't rush the process, trust the process. These are not people you're inviting to a challenge group right now. They're people that you're hoping to invite 3, 4 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months down the road. But in the beginning, you're doing it all and there's nothing in return. But eventually it will catch up with you, because the people right now will be interested in your challenge groups if you're consistent in month 2 and 3, and then you're going to have a constant flow. But you and you alone have to run up that escalator as it's going down and get to the top, which right now is momentum. And momentum does not strike you like a bolt of lightning, guys. It starts with action, and when you consistently do it, you gain momentum. That's what happens. So stop waiting for permission to do something and looking out the window for that person to say, go for it. All right? Just do the work and focus forward. All right. Any questions?
Like, you guys, you see, these two are such a powerhouse. Like, Kristen, that was so awesome. Like, I don't do that. You know, it's like Dave just said, like, that's why it's important, like, who you surround yourself with, who you spend time with, so you learn these things. Yeah. I'm going to start implementing that right away. That's really helpful. And some of the coaches on my chats are like, this is great. I'm going to start doing this right away.
You guys should put together a group.
Yeah. No, and especially because we have to hit Success Club before Punta Cana, right?
Yeah.
And David, like, you always motivate me. I told Kristen, I'm like, he just needs to go off, okay?
I think he did it.
He definitely did. So do you guys have any questions? Yeah, we have Gabby on the call tonight.
Hey, Gabby.
Yeah.
I feel like we're frozen.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Where is she? Let's see.
Well, I don't know. Okay. Can you see me?
There she goes.
There you are. Hey, Gabby.
How you guys doing? It was amazing. I was just like, please, just talking.
That's all him.
I want guys, listen, and people always, and I tell people all the time, and I said it's Super Saturday, and I don't want to inspire you. Like, people say, David, your videos that I follow you inspire me. No, I want to inspire you to take action, right? If I don't want you to feel warm and fuzzy or feel like, wow, that was a wake-up call. I want you to message me and tell me you're doing it and you have 100 new friends in a month from now. Message me and say, Dave, I was on that Audrey's call. Thank you so much, because I actually took action on what Kristen and you told us to do. Like, that's what drives me each and every day. I go to bed each and every day, put my head on the pillow each and every night. I said, whose life did I impact today? Coach, our team, Crossline, Challenger. I live for that every day, but don't be a student and be a knowledge hoard. Don't get on every national wake-up call, every team call, every event, and just sit there and consume content and not execute on it. That does nothing for you. So we're not here to inspire you. We're here to inspire you to take some freaking action. Okay? So take the action. Message us. I love hearing from people and letting us know you're taking action, and realize that you're sitting on a gold mine. Do something with it. I know what you have in front of you.
You got a question. How do you balance 2 full-time careers? I'm a writer as well. I've only been a coach for about 2 weeks, so I'm a newbie.
Well, if you're in for 2 weeks, the first thing I would say is you have to accept that the first probably 30, 60 days, you're going to feel overwhelmed, right? A book I recommend early on, if you're trying to figure out what to get done, is Eat That Frog. I recommend you get that and listen to that, because that's going to help you with your time management. I'll tell you right now what it comes down to. It comes down to sacrifices. TV really doesn't exist in this household with 3 kids. I get up, our alarm goes off at 5 in the morning. Do I want to sleep? Yes, but our workouts have to be done before our kids get up, and then we can get them up for school. I do, while my Energize is kicking in at 5 a.m. for 20 minutes, I do check in with my challenge groups, maybe answer a couple messages. We do our workout every morning, and then at night after our kids go to bed at 8 o'clock, early on, grinding 2-3 hours a night, working every single day. So and that's 7 days a week. I'm always finding the time. Now, I make sure I have downtime on the weekends, but the point is there's sacrifices. We all have the 24 hours in the day. It's how you manage your time. It doesn't matter who you are in this world. If you learn how to manage your time effectively, you can do it. Because there's people right now that are in a worse situation than me, or a worse situation than each and every one of you, that are blowing up their business and their life at another level. It comes down to time management. So right now, my advice is that accept that you're going to be overwhelmed. Make sure your why is strong. Be willing to make sacrifices. And realize that what you're doing now is going to pay you dividends later.
Absolutely.
How do you follow up with people from prior months? Do you move them to the current month? You mean for the interest list, Maggie? Is that what you're talking about? When I make the interest list?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how you do it, but I'm just combining 2 months at a time so it doesn't get too big. And then anybody who does end up joining me in a challenge group or a free group, I'll delete them from that list so it doesn't get huge. But I'm usually just doing 2 months at a time, and then I start a new one. So every 2 months, I'll do a new one. Does that make sense?
For the people that didn't sign up, you keep them, you keep moving them?
No, I'll keep them in the month that I
okay.
spoke to them. Like, so right now I have a March, April group. So all my new April people will be with my March people, but I actually have to go in there because 4 of them just bought challenge packs. So they're going to be in my new group. So I'm going to actually go delete them. Okay. So, but that's how I'll do it. And then I'll do one for May and June together. Just so it doesn't get too big and I'm not like overwhelmed with scrolling. But, and not everybody posts. So it's actually not that bad. You know, you might put like 30 people in there, but only like, let's say 20 of them post on their Facebook wall. So you're only just going through quickly. Okay. That part doesn't take a long time, but that's the important part. So that they keep seeing your stuff. You know, you have that back and forth on their Facebook wall.
Yeah.
Hope that helped. Any other questions, guys?
Or anything, guys? I mean,
anything, yeah.
Last night our team call was open Q&A. It was one of the best calls we've done in a while. Every now and then we just kind of put it out there. Is there anything you guys have questions on in general?
Oh God, how do you manage Instagram? That's a whole nother call.
So Maggie, that's a whole nother call. I just spent, I'm going to be honest, my motto, this is the thing. Sometimes I wish, guys, I'm going to be honest, that I was the guy that just wanted to drink beers and eat chips and hang on the couch. Like there's times because I'm the type that's like, I can't go to sleep unless I get something done. And my mindset is you will not outwork me. Like that's the way I operate. So I knew I had to go to Instagram probably like a month and a half ago. And I became the student that wanted to get a doctorate degree in Instagram in a matter of 2 weeks. And I was up very late every night, got my hands on many team calls outside of our team, watched many YouTube videos, spoke to Saudi a lot. Did some Josh Coach training and literally felt overwhelmed with papers everywhere and figured it out. And now I have a system with Instagram. It's the ADOS system that I use. If any of you guys have heard of that, I basically find people with hashtags on Sunday nights, 10 people that I love to have on my team. And then I'm systematically messaging them over the next 3 weeks. And also each and every day I'm going through my likes and I'm sending out 10 invites to anybody. Picking 10 random people. I'm sending out invites to challenge groups. And yeah, that's a whole nother thing. But guys, this is the thing. As Tony Robbins says, you have to take massive action.
Yep.
I mean, that's what it is. So like I'm doing 20 and 5. I'm doing Instagram.
But you just started doing Instagram.
Right.
And he built his whole business through Facebook.
I built my through a personal Facebook page. I have a like page. I've taken courses on ads. Trust me, I built myself to 2-time elite coach and 6 figures through my personal page only.
Right.
Now I am trying to leverage Instagram. And I have a couple hundred videos in YouTube, and now I'm leveraging that even more. And to be honest, I'm directly connecting with Scotty Hobbs, who's probably the YouTube master, and just texting him. We're going to connect on a call this week because, you know, you got to work with your strengths, guys. My strength is video and speaking. So that's why I fought Instagram for so long, but I feel like it's a gold mine of prospects. So once you weed through like the half naked people and everything else, which is going to be there.
It's like shopping at TJ Maxx. You have to look through the racks to get to the
exactly.
good stuff.
But there's tons of it. So I forced myself to learn Instagram. I know my strength, as John Maxwell says, right? Leverage your strengths. My strength is just speaking and getting on video and communicating. So I am surrounding myself with the best, which is Scotty Hobbs, and connecting with him, who's kind of my success partner. And I'm gonna work to leverage YouTube. So I'm all over the place, but I'm taking massive action. I guess that's the answer. I know that was a long answer, guys, but that's what it is.
Yeah. You're very intentional about building your business no matter what.
Right. That the law of intentionality, that I can say is that's what you have to do, guys, every day. It's non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable. And I try to get Kristen and we try to get those things like on this call or the ADOS stuff and the follow-ups done first thing during the day. So it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rosie wants to know how long you guys have been coaching.
So it's interesting. That's a great question. So I became a coach pretty much the end of 2010. So it's 2011, really for the discount. only for Shakeology. Really, I got to Diamond probably about a year later, but really kind of was a hobby Diamond until my second Summit 2013. And that's when I had my major aha moment through actually Tommy Migran it was. And that's when I went all in and took ownership of the business. And then I built it to about 6 figures a year and a half later into like the midway 2014. But Kristen, I don't know if any of you guys saw her speak at Summit. She was not the supportive spouse, and she watched me, and I signed her up to help me get to Emerald. And she became a coach pretty soon, but she really didn't start doing anything until like her mom passed, and that was the eye opener. So she kind of was just.
I'm going into my 4th year this summer of actually being a working coach. But he signed me up very early on, and he's like, "I'm signing up to be a coach." I was like, "What does that mean?" I was like, no, I'm not doing anything. Don't make me do anything. Like, I already work. I'm like, I just want to sit home and watch my Real Housewives in New Jersey. Like, done.
Yeah.
So it was like that for a while. For a good year and a half, I did not do anything with the business. But he signed me up to get him to Emerald. And then I guess it was one of those, if you can't beat him, join him type of things. Mm-hmm. So that's when I started. So we were kind of reversed than most couples. Majority of the women start their business and men just kind of hang on the sides. Mm-hmm. Most of them do.
Well, thank God you did, because you two are awesome together.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
So guys, any more questions? I know they need to get back to working their business tonight. Yeah.
Thanks for having us, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Truly grateful for all of you guys, and hopefully we're able to help all you guys. And you take some action, and you have an amazing spring and rest of the year with your business. And see you guys at Summit. Make sure you come up and say hello. Or if we see you at Punta Cana, come up and say hello. And thank you for the opportunity. And Audrey, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you guys so much. You were awesome.
Thank you. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.